Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Today I'm going to speak on a couple of things that have been bothering me. I really don't like to get involved in a lot of drama that's going on. But these couple of things really I've held dear to my heart for a very long time. One is what kind of society are we living in that we shame homeless people? How many of you get home from work, have a stressful day, and have a 6-pack of beer or more, or quite a few drinks? Why do you do that? Oh, your excuse is because you've had a bad day? So it's okay that you choose to drink alcohol when you get home from work because you've had a rough day, right? Explain to me how somebody who lives on the fucking streets you're gonna judge for getting high on something. Their day, their life is hard. But you want to sit back up in your house that you're working your ass off to provide over your head, that roof. And you think it's okay that you come home and self-medicate, but you don't think it's okay for a homeless person to do that. What kind of a fucking hypocrite are you? Really? The shame that we put on homeless people is outrageous. And I will share the story that's got me very irate about this situation. Because I'm appalled. I'm appalled. I don't know how many people saw this poor homeless person before I saw him and did what I did. But this is disgusting. What kind? And now our federal government has decided that it's okay to punish homeless people if they're sleeping in the public. Where the hell are they supposed to go? We don't have enough housing for them. We don't have enough shelters to put them all up in. But we certainly got plenty of places for illegal immigrants, don't we? I'm not talking legal. You came here legally, then you are allowed to be here. I would never judge you. But if you came here illegally, you're breaking the law. What does illegal mean? It means not legal. Why can people not comprehend this? We have abilities for asylum seekers, but people just want to use it so then they can better their life. That's not what the asylum seeking is about. I digress though, because I really am not trying to get onto the whole immigration thing, because I don't care what the homeless person is, what race the homeless person is. My point that I am making here is that we don't have enough to accommodate these homeless people and help them. But our government's going to allow them to be punished. So let's add to their daily stress, right? That makes total sense. And these are our damn leaders. These are our Supreme Court justices. Really? These judges? Really? The arrogance. Now, I do delivery. I don't hide that at all. Y'all know this. I see a lot of things out there. A lot of things that if I didn't do this, I wouldn't know was going on. And a lot of you probably don't either, because you're not out there. I went the other day to a pizza place to pick up a delivery. I got out of my vehicle. There's a homeless man sitting outside in front of the pizza place. And I looked down at him because he's sitting on the ground. This man had no shoes. 110 degrees out here. No shoes. He had on socks that were worn out at the balls of his feet, the toes, and the heel. This man was sitting there. You could blatantly see he needed shoes. Now, I don't know how long he had been without shoes. I don't know how many people had passed him by. None whatsoever. I don't know how many. I wish I knew. And I'd love to call them all out. But I was appalled. So I went and got the order. Came back out. I still had the order Pizza's still sitting in my hand, phone's in my hand, keys in my hand. I bend down to the guy and I say, what size shoe do you wear? And he looks at me and says, a 12. I said, you're going to be here for a little bit? He goes, well, I can, yeah. I said, okay, I'm going to go drop this food off and then I'm going to run to the store and get you some shoes. He says, oh my God, thank you. I don't think he fully believed me, but I'm sure he's heard nice things from other people that they never followed through on. So I quickly bust my butt across town to get the food to the people that I'm delivering it to. I go to the Walmart, $14.98 for a pair of shoes, $10.98 for a package of socks because, well, he can't wear those socks. And 2, I'm sure his feet are pretty dirty and sore. So I picked up some, I think they're I think they're 3 ingredient wipes. And I picked those up, and I picked up a gallon of water and a loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter and disposable butter knives. And I bought all this stuff. I put it in bags. This is the only thing I went to the store for. It was nothing for me. I drive back up to the pizza place that I was at, and he's sitting outside there. There are 2 Safeway bags because this was right outside of a Safeway was right around the corner. So some people did decide to buy him some food, which was very, very good. I pull up, I get out of my vehicle, I unload the groceries, or all the stuff that I bought him, and I said, oh crap, we gotta cut the tags off the shoes. So, thank God, my son, because I do delivery, and he doesn't like, I don't shy away from anything. So if I see some wrongdoing, I'm going to jump in and help the person that needs it. It's just who I am. It's my nature. I can't do anything about it. I have to help if I'm being called to help. So, my son gave me a knife that I carry on my person at all times. So, I went, oh wait. I went back to the vehicle, grabbed the knife, we cut all the tags off, and I told him, you know, all this stuff. This man who had nothing but shame on his face when I asked him his shoe size. Those eyes of his, those beautiful blue eyes of his lit up. Lit up. It was like a child on Christmas Day. What is wrong with everybody else? This is human decency. A man is without shoes. You can't spend 15, 20 bucks for a pair of shoes? What the hell is wrong with you? But yet we're all going to be mouthing off and whining and crying and bitching and moaning and fighting amongst ourselves over all this ignorant, stupid shit in the news and campaigns and everything else. Really? We got people out here who don't even have shoes on their feet. The most basic human need. And they don't have it. But yet we're going to sit up here on our high horse thinking we're better. Wrong. You're the problem. You go home from work, you've ever gone home from work one time and decided, oh, I had a rough day. Let me have a few drinks. Let me medicate my stress away. You have no right to judge a homeless person for any addiction that they may have. No right. No right. And I'm not sitting up on a high horse because believe me, I've done exactly the same thing. I've come home from work and had a few drinks because I was frustrated. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you are what's wrong with our problem. You have the power and the ability to fix this. We all do if we all came together. But instead we're gonna let our government decide that these people who already have crappy situations, that our government is now going to fine them and potentially arrest them for trying to get rest because they don't have a roof over their head. How asinine is that? Seriously. I'm just so appalled that this poor man had been walking around for how long without shoes. And then the best part, later that night when I went out for dinner, about 2 miles north, I was at a stoplight waiting. It was after dark, And guess who I saw walking down the street in his new shoes? Head held high, looking like his day was great. Because of a pair of shoes. What does that tell you, people? Get off your asses, go out there and do God's work. I'm tired of seeing all the shit on YouTube and Facebook and any of the other social medias. I'm tired of hearing everybody talking about religion and this and that. I'm tired of everybody talking about God and what God expects. God wants you to love each other as you are supposed to, as if you are brother and sister. You're supposed to even love your damn enemy. That means if you saw your brother or sister in need of something like that, you would step up. That's what God wants you to do. He don't care if you go to fucking some church down the road every Sunday and pay your tithe to that church. How is that doing God's work? That's not. That is worshiping with like-minded people. That's not doing God's work, though. Doing God's work is taking care of your fellow brother and sisters, loving them as you would yourself. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So don't come at me ever with this whole religious crap and this whole, oh, you know, God, this. No. If you are not out here helping these people that need it, because you already have it. You already have shoes. I'm sure you have more than one pair at home. You can't afford $20. I don't even own a damn car. And I'm giving $20 up. Well, actually, I gave up more. Everything that I bought cost about $46 and something. I think I still have the receipt, but it's irrelevant. The point that I'm making is you can't be that kind, then you're the problem. You're not, and if you go to church every weekend and you go ahead and give your tithe, that does not make you going to heaven. What you do and how you make other people feel on this earth is what's going to make sure that you go to heaven. What are you doing to make people out here feel better? What are you doing? Because when you stand at those pearly gates on Judgment Day and you say, oh, well, I went to church every Sunday and I paid my tithe. Great. You worshiped with like-minded people. What did you do? What did you, as my child, do for my other children? Because we are all God's children. What do your parents teach you about, if you have good parents, what do they teach you? That you're supposed to watch out for your sibling. Yes? Yes. We are all God's children. Get off your asses and start taking care of each other. I'm tired of this. It breaks my fucking heart watching all these homeless people. I don't care if they have an addiction. That's not your fucking business. That's something that they got to get right with the Lord. Your job is to make sure that they can be, they have their bare necessities. What is wrong with you? I'm so fed up with everything. 2020 killed me, but I gave 2020 the excuse because we had the pandemic. 2024 is just as fucking bad as 2020 was. I'm tired of all the fucking angry people, all of the bitterness, all of the hatred. I hate campaign years for presidents for one reason. Because all it is hate. Let's put ads out and show how awful the other person is. But yet nobody can see how them choosing to act that way is enforcing and encouraging and enabling all the hate and division that we have in this country. I don't understand it. My heart is broken because we live in a sick, selfish, greedy society. And I ask that every single one of you step the fuck up and show some human decency. These homeless people, whether they're an addict or not, they're not animals. They're a human being just like you. Treat them as such. I'm tired of it. Yes, you've got some shitty ass homeless people. Majority of them aren't. They're struggling. And if you have ever stepped home from work and decided to have a cocktail because you had a rough day, then you stop judging. Homeless people that are medicating because they're tired of living in their situation. Step up and be what God asks you to be. Just because you attend church and just because you post things online about God and whatever else, that's not going to get you into heaven. What you do and how you help people and how you make them feel is going to get you into heaven. How do you not get that? Especially if you attend church on a regular basis. How do you not understand? That is the simplest part of it. Go do God's work. Second issue I would like to address is I'm tired of hearing all of this stuff about the school shootings. You've got a lot of people that want to say that we need stronger gun control. You've got a lot of people saying that we need to hold their parents accountable. I will tell you, look at all school shootings. One problem, and if we work on and focus on that one problem, we're going to fix this solution without gun control or without punishing parents. Because parents are human and they're not going to always raise their children properly. Just look at our society. The one thing we need to focus on, bullying. Every time I see one of these stories on school shootings, every time, it always comes out that they were bullied. They were treated like crap. You can't see why they got fed up. I'm not saying that they don't deserve to be punished, because a lot of us have been bullied. A lot of us have been treated like crap at some points in our lives. We didn't choose to take it out this way. But the truth is, some of these people don't have the mental capacity that others of us do. You want to fix school shootings? You really want to? Stop the fucking bullying! Can you not see how much bullying we have in this society? Just look at all your news, look at your social media, and look at a lot of content creators that are popular. It's all about the drama. It's all about making fun of other people. I mean, come on. Let's look. You've got these content creators that are purposely going out places just so then they can shame other people publicly, get their ratings going up. You want to know how you end that? You stop fucking watching their shit. You stop following them. But you all are so obsessed with drama and all the bad stuff. That's because you've been fed it for decades. You've been fed it for decades. Look way back when television first came out. They reported on the news, they gave you the facts, and they moved along. No opinion was involved. Now it's all everybody's personal opinion. Look at the shows that were played way back when. Look at the shows now. Can you not see how you have been brainwashed into all this negativity and this hatred? Can't you see that? You can see it in the news. You can see it in these campaigns. You can see it in everything. You want the school shootings to end. Start addressing the bullying. That's where the problem is. But here's the problem with bullying currently. If you want to look around, we've got all these people that think that they deserve. So we're not allowed to defend somebody who thinks differently than us anymore. Why? Oh, because, they have rights too. So if they're offended by an opinion of ours or how we think, then we are wrong. So our opinion and how we think, it's okay to be offended. What gives them the ability to think that they're superior over us? All this hatred, all the bullying that's taken place. And I can say this because I've lived experience watching somebody close to me that I loved, I adored, I thought the world of. I would have done anything for him. I watched him every time in his life. He would find some issue. So he was the victim and he could scream foul and prove that, people are just hateful. And then when people got on board with accepting whatever that issue was that he had, he'd find another issue. And another one, and another one, and another one. And this went on his whole life. I'm sure he's still doing it, but I don't have anything to do with him. But I'm going to tell you that we have taught society that as long as they pretend to be the victim, or they feel like they're the victim of some big offensive shit, then they have the right to being violent and vulgar and mean and cruel. And I'm going to tell you, when I watch or hear things, you watch interviews with Trump supporters, you don't see them yelling hateful, rotten things. They're glad to be there. They want their country back. They're accepting of everybody and anybody there. When you go to a Harris and you watch people being interviewed there, those people are mean and nasty. They're rude. They're just watch. Just watch. Do you want hatred? Then let's keep accepting the bullying in our society. Because that's all this is. This is all just bullying. And what is bullying? Bullying is just an aggressive way to manipulate somebody. Last time I checked, manipulation wasn't good, was it? Bullying wasn't either, was it? But I guess we've accepted it nowadays. I watch it all the time. I watch it out on the streets. Watched it the other day at a QT. And I'm tired of it. You want to fix these school shootings? It's not gun control. It literally is. Let's start holding the bullies accountable for bullying. And let's start treating homeless people like they're human beings. Because nobody's beneath you. Nobody. And if you think that they are, then you're the problem. So go out and do God's work, will you? Step up and be a decent human being. It's a simple thing. You've just been so preconditioned to think that the drama and everything else is real. And there's a lot of homeless people that are not addicts. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that have mental health issues. And they're not on drugs. And I've been watching this since 2020. When I started doing the DoorDash. Because back then, in our city here, they couldn't put them in the homeless shelters because they'd all be together in the COVID. So they started housing them in the motels, the hotels around the freeway system. And I DoorDash right off of a freeway system. So I saw them regularly. I interacted with a lot of them. There really wasn't many people out at that time. But go out and do good, will ya? I've had enough of all the bullying and all the disrespect for just a normal human being. We change these two things, we're going to change a lot in our society. Anyways, I have to go back out. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Yes, these two things got me very excited, very irritated. So, if you're bullied, or you need some human decency, somebody to talk to, contact information's below. Always here, guys. Bye. Love ya.